Good evening, you all. I am back this week. Going to be reading more Ichi the Witch. Got a little thrown off last week. I only did one video. Thought I was going to be able to do two, but I'm going to do the one this week as well. And then we might catch up. I might give you all three one week since or maybe four, but we'll figure it out. But this is good content, and I'm not in a rush to, be right at the chapter. I know a lot of people would like to maybe listen to these right when they came out, but we'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. That being the case, I'm going to go ahead and get right to it. We're reading Ichi the Witch, Chapter 10, 10th Hunt, the Hisame Magic Part 4. One day, years ago, I was walking along the mountain's slope near the beach. I saw a gigantic fish, and then suddenly, a sword pierces from the inside of a fish. So right now we have baby Ichi here. Not baby Ichi, but he's a youngin still. He's this when he's early on the hunting. When he's real young. Real young. A gigantic man popped out of its gut. I actually screamed. So this guy is an interesting character. He has kind of like long black hair. Kind of like Ichi, how his is kind of, unkempt. Probably matted a little bit, curly, but he looks like a wild boy. This guy's the same. Though he has what looks to be a deer skull on his head. And Ichi did scream. He looked pretty shocked. They both look shocked, but the guy wearing the mask, you didn't really see his face, so it was hidden. Though he's nice, because he's, when it goes to the next page, when we hit page 3, it shows them cooking food and eating together. Symbol of friendship. He said his name was Minakata. He was a traveling fisher. He came from a small island country to the east and was traveling the world to catch and record all its fish. He told me he always wanted to try filleting a fish from the inside, but getting caught doing it would be too embarrassing. That's why he came to the mountains to practice alone. He was definitely weird, but he was also wild and full of life. Minakata's stories were fun and dynamic. I liked them. I learned a lot from him too. Types of fish and how to catch them, how to dress them, even ritual dances to pray for a big catch. Sometimes our opinions would clash and then we'd clash physically, smacking each other around. But all in all, the time we spent together was fulfilling. All the things he taught me, his home country's cooking was what I found most impressive. I was struck by one of his recipes in particular. According to him, it was a special dish where you show your respect and gratitude to the fish you catch by dressing them neatly, then displaying them beautifully. He showed this one to me as a celebration of meeting me. Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is definitely gonna be it. And Ichi looks extremely excited to learn this. Like young Ichi, his eyes are full of like glow and joy. He really enjoyed this. Minakata, thank you. I've taken your teachings to heart. So it goes from the past back into the present. And Ichi, covered in Hisame's blood, what I would assume. And he's, jumping from side to side, slowly arranging the pieces into a good enough, arrangement. Hisame's looking shocked. Looks like they're kind of like sweating, but it could be it could be the spices and whatnot, Ichi's placing around. But he says, Ichi screams, "Bring the boat!" Discaris. It flashes back to Discaris. He holds up her rapier and says, "I grant thee shape Barak, and a ice or an ice boat actually flies out of the water, or I guess whatever ice that there's around. And Ichi says first, second, third, fourth, and fifth are plated. Now the decoration. And finally, a single flower. And he goes back to Komugi. She's kind of shaking, holding this flower. I think it might be an ice flower at that. And it goes, Ichi style. Done. And he lands right next to the boat, holding the sword like this, eyes closed, honorably proud of his work. Deluxe Hisame Sashimi Boat. Enjoy. I recommend dipping each bite in this special sauce and condiment. What in the world? My whole body. It's. Before we go on, I wanna talk about this real quick. Komugi and Descaris look stressed out of their mind right now. They're both equally drenched in the shark's, blood, and just kind of like, ugh, grossed out. Man, I feel sorry for them because they did not know they were getting themselves into. Well, they did a little bit. Ichi brought it up, but it was more like, hey, I want to try something. And they were like, hey, you want to try something? Nah, you're not going to do it on our dime. They were on page 12. Sami's like, it's literally the best ever. All right, Hisame looks, she looked a little skeptical, but is completely taken aback by how Ichi did this. I don't think even Hisame knew what what Ichi what this was gonna be, what was gonna go on here. This is beyond what she had in mind, I believe. As we continue, Hisame says, "Gorgeous, magnificent, stunning, even fashionably grotesque. Every last inch of my body, both inside and out, is on fabulous display. I can't think of a single negative thing to say. I lose." Yeah, for sure. With this right here, with this, Hisame is blown away. Doesn't have a clue what's going on. Completely lost for words. Well, had a few words, but didn't expect this right here. Oh man. I wonder what Ichi is gonna come up with in the future, man. And he's just blowing these magic's minds away. Like taking his hunter and fishing skills and applying them here is great. Ichi the Witch, what a formidable man. I think I wouldn't mind letting you take me on a date. Uh-oh. Ichi, boy. He over here raising up the magics now, man. As Hisame says that, they slowly regenerate their body from the sliced up pieces in the ice boat and turns into the magic stone. Just like that. Claimed by Ichi by being turned into a simple, delicious meal. Komugi responds, well, actually, Hisame's stone looks pretty cool. It's still a little, shard, kind of like the Inuzari one, but it looks like a Staryu. If y'all were Pokemon fans, you remember that. Imagine like it has like the little like circle in the middle and it has like the little star shaped pieces around. They're crystals, but the thing it reminds me of most is like a Staryu from or Starmie from from Pokemon, the blue one. Do y'all know what it is? Put in the comments below. I forgot the name. Hisame's magic stone. Kuugi says, "I can't eat this." Ichi response, "You can quit acting even dumber than you are now." Yeah, Descaris ain't happy with Ichi on that one. And could you please put real clothes back on? Yeah. Ichi being a little nude is gonna kill Komugi. He's smitten by the boy. Well, that was overwhelming. Our anti-human hater magic squad missions, are they all going to be? Oh, hell no. I thought not. Probably a blessing for Komugi. She wouldn't be able to handle these missions like this if everything was this wild and she had to see see her crush half naked. First and foremost, who would ever think of jumping down a magic gullet to chop it from the inside? Discard has a point there. True, one wrong step and you could easily wind up dead. Well, Kamugi, you know, not every one of us are scaredy cats. Some of us, some of us got it together. We're ready for it. This won't be the norm. Ah, well, because he is the way he is, there are things that only he can do. Discars, that is true. And Ichi's going to come up with a whole bunch of shenanigans here in the future to spice things up for you all. He's going to make the whole magic world, stand on its head. Things only Ichi can do? Like what? Kabuki, that is a good question. Because that is what I've been asking. That is what I want to know. What is Ichi going to be doing here? What is he all about? Like what is he gonna put on these people, man? Because is he gonna be like Naruto, or gonna be like the Avatar or something like that? The chosen one, destined for a world to change the world. Most really dumb things, probably. Oh, come on, Discaris, don't do him like that. Don't do him like that. He ain't gonna be that bad. Oh, really? No, not really, Kamugi. Okay, time to head home. Huh? But the villagers. Chrissy! Chrissy! Oh man, the villagers are unfrozen just like that. I wonder, yeah, okay, I think these are the girl's parents. Okay, yeah, these are her parents. They were looking for her. Dad, Mom, Chrissy. Oh, thank goodness. All the villagers are slowly unthawing and waking back up. The villagers! While you were working on the fish dressing, I ducked over to cast defrosting and healing spells on everybody. They should probably all have a doctor look at them, but nobody died. Too damn thorough. Ah, Aurora, you're such a hater. And I wonder what Discars was doing. It's kind of glad I thought they when Hisame, got consumed by, you know, Ichi, that the ice would just naturally thaw away, but I guess Discars had to use their own magic to kind of help everybody. I guess it wasn't natural. That would have been cool if it would have just, undone itself, but I understand. But probably wouldn't make too sense because Hisame also froze the river or the lake that they're on, so they probably would have been they probably would have fallen in that too. So it is what it is. Ichi, my mom and dad came back. Everyone else did too. Thanks for rescuing us, Ichi. He smiles. I'm happy for you, Chrissy. Itchy and Chrissy. Heh, they got names that rhyme. Itchy? He's a witch. He's a witch who's also a boy. A boy witch? He was the one who acquired the Hisame magic. He did? Really? That's amazing. Okay, so the villagers, this is new to the villagers. This is probably the first time that they're hearing about this too. They probably didn't know about the first male witch. They probably try to keep that really under wraps. Please let us thank you. No, first, everyone, we should see a doctor. Gonna melt all the ice around the village, too. Anyway, Ichi the Wish finished his first mission and acquired the Hisame magic. Alright, man, that is nice. So it was Ichi, creating a nice little dish out of this shark. I do agree with Kamugi a little bit. I wonder if all these adventures are going to be this intense. Just because he's been on one since pretty much the first chapter. Like, first, second chapter, that's when he got Aurora. And Aurora, he started using big boy magic, not knowing what's going on. As soon as he gets to the capital, he starts causing trouble. He gets to the association, still causing trouble. And then before they even get into the village here for this little arc, he was fighting the ice elementals or ice constructs. It will be interesting. Just because the more he learns about magics, the more he's gonna be interested in hunting them and figuring out ways to capture them. Just because this man is already a hunter and he's already proved himself that he wants to go to the next level. This guy's like the Goku of magics. He's gonna be trying to beat the biggest and strongest ones so that he can, especially if they're trying to take out other humans. I like this. I like this little show right here, or this manga right here. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's animated. It it's gonna be great, especially a lot of the animations and the fights. Even though we haven't really seen a full on like magic v magic battle, we're only 10 chapters in, so there's still a lot of room to grow in the series. But we haven't seen a lot of magic v magic battles. It's mostly been yeah, so it's mostly been Ichi, hunting and I guess I take that back. The first fight, we'll probably see a little battle of Discaris fighting Uroro, but other than that, yeah, there isn't. We won't see how two magicians fight against each other. I would like to see that, and I am curious still if there are other organizations out there that might be evil witches, and they might try to capture Ichi. It will be interesting to see. I'm liking this. I'm glad that he was able to capture it and everyone's family was able to be coming back. Oh man. Well, that is it for chapter 10. We are going to be doing chapter 11 here soon, and we're going to continue with the stories. Ichi the goat here is slowly leveling up, slowly capturing more Pokemonsters, and he's going to be the number one soon. Next thing he'll be on the Grand Line and conquering the Elite Four. You'll have all the Dragon Balls. I'm kidding, guys. I'll see y'all next time. Love you. Peace out.